I'm standing in the workshop of a charity called the Woodworks. Now, many people, when they have been through different treatments in the health service, whether medical treatments or mental or physical, find that they have a gap when the treatments end. And they're not quite ready to integrate back into society, or not able to, or they find problems. But there's no one there to pick up the pieces to make that transition work. This is where Woodworks comes in. In this workshop, furniture is restored and renewed and made good again. And the process of doing that is done by the people we've been talking about. And in rebuilding and renovating the furniture, they're able to rebuild their lives. It's collective work. People work together, side by side. They look out for each other. They take care of each other. And that process is very healing, and it also makes some good furniture. The furniture is sold in their shop, and the profits from that shop go towards sustaining this workshop. Now I meet some of them and hear their stories, and I think you'll find it worthwhile.
I'm a recovering addict, basically. Yeah, I've been in addiction for 25 years.
I had to learn a new life.
Using a lot of drugs, drinking a lot, and I had been for a long time.
When you tell people you have mental health problems, they automatically assume worst of worst.
It's allowed me to have the time to evolve again, basically, because I lost it all.
For me, the real point of the project is to treat people with equal respect, regardless of their physical or mental health or personal history. And by adopting an individual approach within a safe, collective setting, we believe we can create an environment where people can empower themselves.
At Woodworks, you make new friends, learn new skills, and enjoying yourselves at the Woodworks and restoring old furniture and that. They've given me a lot more confidence than I started. I got my shell a bit more.
I've not done any woodwork really since probably about 14 or 15, like done at school like everyone does, you know. But I've kind of quite forgotten that I actually enjoyed it, if you know what I mean.
It's very easy to talk to people who know what you're going through and who just accept and don't question.
So it's like being reintroduced to the new me.
So I think it'd be far more popular if people knew it was there.
We started the workshop in 2005 with about 3 or 4 people and just myself. And now we got about 25 people in the workshop, and we got 2 full-time members of staff.
We need more social enterprises like Woodworks, which allows people with disabilities or with social issues and problems to come in, learn to work together and to learn a skill which they could possibly move towards, maybe going towards employment or voluntary work or something like that.
Having squirreled myself away and become a little bit isolated, and it helped me to get used to be around others, and the 2.5 years really changed me. It changed my personality, I think, without a shadow of a doubt.
The difference between somebody coming in really quite shell-shocked and actually moving on, finding a job, and then coming back and seeing you and just sort of beaming and actually completely transformed is quite something.
I really do believe that you are what you do, you know. You can sit about talking about stuff forever, but unless you actually take some action, nothing's going to happen, is it, you know?
I think they would appreciate it, because it is allowing you time, and you get to see what you're doing all the time. You know, you start off with something and you finish with something, and it's just a sense of achievement.
It just gives me a break, really, from you know, I could go out for the day, and I know I haven't got to worry about him back at home.
People kind of open up more and talk more in a workshop environment, because they're focused on something else, you know what I mean? Rather than sitting across the desk speaking to someone for an hour each week, do you know what I mean? You mean maybe spending a week with someone making something and you'd kind of probably get to know them better.
The other nice thing that we found actually over the years, it's not something we planned, but the people with the learning difficulties actually bring out something really tender and caring in those people who are recovering from addictions. And a couple of people who've recovered from addictions have gone on to do proper caring work, and you can see that being nurtured, and it just draws something out of them that they didn't even know was there, and it actually helps them move on.
The opportunity to get better in your own way and not feel guilty, and for those bumps in the road not to make you go further back, but to allow you to just stand still, catch your breath, and then move on.
I don't know, it's almost like everyone could get something out of it, you know? Like, you know, you just do the best that you can do, you know? There's something for everyone.
I certainly have. I've benefited even in that practical way, because I wouldn't have had the confidence to tackle a lot of jobs around the house, which I do now.
Because you're kind of 100% focused on what's in front of you, do you know what I mean? It's almost like when you're in a workshop, the rest of the world disappears, if you know what I mean. You kind of focus on what you're actually making, you know. And that's really helpful, you know.
The upholstery that we do is professional standard, the woodwork we do is professional standard, and we don't let anything out of the workshop that isn't professional standard.
The important thing for me to say was the importance of being in a non-pressured environment where people can just be and be humane, and also not in a patronising way, in a very genuine way. They're not feeling they're trying to help someone. They are just all in the same place and naturally wanting to help each other, because that's how it should be, but not in a looking down, I'm in a safe place, I'm helping somebody who's in a bad place. I think it's that hugely freeing and healing experience of just being around people who are all broken down but they're still human beings. They're still able to care about each other. And in the end, I think that's all there is.